Hello, everyone, and welcome to another CineQuest video review. Today, we're going to be talking about the new David Cronenberg film, The Shrouds. All right, Bryce, you and I are both Cronenberg fans. We love his past work. Not all of his work, most of his work. I think the last film we saw that was officially David Cronenberg was Crimes of the Future, right? I enjoyed that one. We didn't do a review for that one,
Today.
surprisingly.
I don't think so.
But, you know, we're trying to get more into doing the new movies that we see. Because, I mean, sometimes they're just interesting to talk about. But, of course, if you know David Cronenberg, he's more known for his, like, body horror, sci-fi, thriller type of films. And, I mean, if you know David Cronenberg, it's The Fly, Videodrome, Crash. I still haven't seen Crash. I haven't. The movie. I just haven't seen it yet. Naked Lunch also. This movie stars Vincent Castle as Karsh, Diane Kruger as Becca Rilke, and she plays like twin sisters. And then Guy Pearce, who plays Maury. Actually, Diane Kruger actually plays two characters. She plays twin sisters. One of them happens to be Karsh's wife, who passed away. And then, of course, her twin sister. And we have other people in here that you can figure out who they are on your own on IMDb or anywhere you find movie information. So this movie, apparently, Bryce, according to, I think we discussed it, Cronenberg wrote this not long after his actual wife passed away.
Yep.
And this film deals with, initially, according to, let me give a quick synopsis of this movie and let me see if we agree with it. So Karsh, an innovative businessman and grieving widower, builds a device to connect with the dead inside a burial shroud. That's very like first 10 minutes of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
He builds this, or he creates this kind of technology called grave tech, and they bury the person in a shroud, and it has almost like a camera in there that kind of you can see their decaying body on a screen on their gravestone. And according to him, this is what made him kind of, I guess, accept and deal with the loss of his wife and still makes him feel close to her, which is a morbid thing in, I guess, a normal person's stance, to see their loved one's decaying body. But I mean, you know, whatever gets you through the grief, gets you through the trauma, sorry. And everyone has their way of dealing with it. And this was his. And he was, this technology was getting kind of popular. And he was, in the film, he is making deals with other countries to build these kind of cemeteries in their countries. And of course, this was also connected to a restaurant, which was also strange that he owned as well.
Well, I don't know. All of them were just that one. I think didn't he say didn't he and his wife own the restaurant?
I believe so. I think they owned the restaurant first, and then this whole aspect
and they just
came after the fact.
Next to it.
I don't believe that the restaurant was a part of a package deal. In the other countries, but just the cemeteries.
I don't know. It's a whole, like, they had a whole theme park. That's just a gift shop, man. Yeah, you get put the rides in there too.
Yeah, man. And of course, all of it is connected with your phone. There's an app, a GraveTech app, and you can kind of. This started off as a very interesting concept to me, because it's dealing with grief and the loss of a loved one, and how someone would deal with that in a very morbid sense, in a very Cronenberg sense, I guess. But that was only like a small snippet of the whole movie, right? And there was even even in the trailer they show him wrapping himself in his own shroud, and I guess an AI depiction of what his body would decay as on the screen next to him. I don't think they show that in the trailer, but in the movie they did that. It also involves AI. Some AI avatars, Teslas, Teslas.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
What else? Conspiracy, espionage, um, hacking,
I
computer
think about
hacking.
it. Yeah, espionage, a lot of foreign policy type stuff.
And I mean, from what
Terrorists for some reason,
terrorism, yeah. And of course, I'm not entirely familiar with the Vincent Castle. I mean, he seems like a real studious man, actor kind of guy. Just by the look of him, like he reminds
Hey,
me
you
of.
know what? Karsh is kind of like is kind of Muskian, dude. A
He's
little bit of
Muskian,
think
yeah.
about it. He's
He has a Tad Muskian vibe to him. I mean,
yeah, a little bit.
he seems like he kept this I guess promise to his wife that he would never, again, spoilers in this movie. He kept the promise to his wife that he was almost celibate after his wife passed away. And it was a couple years since then. But at some point he like starts banging again for
Well, I don't think he made a promise to his wife
well,
to not have
she made him
sex.
promise. She made him promise not to touch his sister, but I think he mentioned that he was pretty much like not hadn't had sex with anyone for a while to the sister, or to the Korean woman.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, this film is strange. Let's just get that out there.
It's weird. I don't know what Cronenberg was. If I may, I just wish he could. Yeah, I agree with you about the whole interesting take on the grieving process. He could have done so much with that, but maybe he's tired of doing like body horror. Maybe he's just like, you know what? It's like, it kind of like morphs into this like neo noir like spy movie. I don't know. But there's like at the same time, there's also like, you don't know, is there really any danger for him? Like, it doesn't ever seem like there's anything going. You know what I mean? Like, they just vandalize the cemetery.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
I guess the worst that could happen is he goes bankrupt. Maybe, but I don't know.
The only danger I saw was him getting caught banging.
Yeah,
that's it. I mean, because again, spoilers. The
very strange movie. Dude. I don't know.
The twin sister that is alive in this film, his sister-in-law, and her husband separated, and the husband is very incelian. I don't know if that's even a term. Has a very like incel type of feel to him.
Yeah.
Like he's like wanting her back so badly, and we find out that he has been like controlling this whole AI that Karsh has been like talking to this whole time. And of course, he probably has visuals and video of him banging, and then banging his wife, which is also a very strange scene. We after the film, we were talking about outside the theater that, for one, the delivery of the lines of the dialogue in this movie is so strange, very dry. We don't know if it's being like
very
humorous,
almost like Tommy Wiseau style in a lot of ways. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, and you can attribute that to primarily to Vincent Castle's native tongue and the accent that he has, the way he speaks and stuff. And I mean, I don't want to fault him for that, but like the way he delivers some of the lines is like very, like you said, Tommy Wiseau of a room kind of thing. But the thing is, all the other actors kind of have another dry delivery on top of that. So I'm not exactly sure if it's intentional. I would hope it's intentional. Like that's what Cronenberg is going for. But that kind of like confuses me as to where they're going with the film. What tone are you trying to give me?
Maybe there was maybe he was trying to elicit something, or like I don't know. Like, he was trying. Maybe he was trying to go for something with the like the direction of the acting, because like there's no passion in this movie really. I mean, there's a few scenes where people get upset, but like even when they're having sex, it's like very. I don't know, like the dude. Okay, like the one thing that was like when he finally has sex with the sister, there's like a huge fascination with breasts in this movie.
Yeah,
like it's a big thing. The biggest piece of body horror than the grave tech stuff is that he keeps having dreams about his wife losing her limbs and stuff because of the cancer.
Yeah,
but even then, it's like "Oh, don't let him take the left breast. Like, you know, that's my favorite." And she's like, "Why? Is it because it's the biggest one? It's the bigger one?" He's like, "Yeah." And then like when they're having sex, and then she's like, "Oh, you like my breasts? Oh, they're bigger than my sister's, right?" And I was like, or I mean, obviously, like a little more eloquently put than that, but it's just like, what is going on with this movie? I
and
don't know.
and his responses too, like especially like the position that they're in for one, and
Yeah,
he's like,
yeah, he likes to do that position a lot too. There's a
he's
lot of
just
like laying down from behind,
yeah,
like
and he's like,
it's
but the
kind
way
of
he
interesting. I
responds,
don't
he's
know.
like yes, like it's just so strange. It's just so strange, you know. And he does the same thing with the other lady too, the blind Korean lady too. Like
Yeah.
same position, same like I don't know. It's just it was a weird. It's weird. It was weird to find myself chuckling at some of these scenes going on because I was like, am I supposed to be laughing at this? Because like
Yeah,
it
yeah, I don't
seems kind
know.
of funny, but I don't think
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be laughing at this.
Yeah, of course, the most hilarious the most hilarious scene was with the AI avatar, 'cause it's just like, they couldn't get a better I mean, we're like, in the age of, like, all this, like, high-end AI, like, video content
It was the
creation.
most
It's like,
cartoonish looking
it
AI.
looks like one of the emojis, like the text
Yeah,
emojis,
the text
when you get,
emojis.
like, do, like,
Yeah.
the shark head or whatever, and you stick the tongue out, it's that's
Well,
what it looked like. I was like,
yeah,
"What is going on here?"
because yeah, that was the one scene where the avatar like changes into his wife with like the
Yeah,
parts
the
missing and the
vasectomy and
one breast
everything,
and stuff like
yeah.
that. You know, which is strange enough as it is because this AI is like trying to get him to like almost fall in love with her in some way. And then like when she's like spinning and turning around and like you said with the tongue, just like she's like touching herself and just like like she's like what is this? It didn't
Oh, well,
make
you know what?
it didn't make any
It just
sense.
occurred to me too with that whole AI thing comes up with Murray because he says it's like when he talks about it's like I'm going to kill myself. It's like my AI, I've been talking to an AI counterpart and it's convinced me to kill myself, which that has supposedly happened in in real events. Like I don't
Yeah.
know the news or some guy
Yeah,
was
yeah,
talking
yeah.
to like ChatGPT and it like or whatever AI like chatbot, and it convinced him to kill himself or whatever. So I thought that was interesting that they put that in this movie. So I don't know. It's just the tone of this movie and the message or like the storyline was just going all over the place for me.
Yeah, it was very
And not to
messy.
mention the ending was so abrupt.
Yeah.
I was when the credits came up, I was like, "What?" I don't know. I
Yeah.
thought there was like another like I thought there was a whole other half of the movie or something. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Though I was assuming like another maybe 20 minutes of a climax or something. But there
Yeah.
was no real climax in this movie. It kind of just went like straight all the way to the end. I didn't see anything. Like
I don't know. It's like I know we're pretty much well, at least I am. I know I have been like kind of giving away most of the movie here. I don't know if it's hard to like just give away spoilers for this movie because it's like I don't know, but and then it's like funny how he's just so dedicated to his wife and the idea of like being with her for eternity, and that just flips.
yeah.
It's like eh. Well, he finds out some information, but it's just he has like such a he started his whole company based off this premise of being with his wife and seeing his wife, and then it's just like
Mhm. Yeah.
it just went away. You know what I mean? I don't know.
But that's
It
why what I'm
was
saying is that like
strange.
I felt like there was a lot of story or like the narrative was going in various directions that never felt complete. Like we said, we mentioned conspiracy. There's something conspiratorial going on with Murray, the ex-husband, and we don't
Yeah,
know if
the different governments or
we
like
don't know if he's like full of shit or if he's like just trying to gain sympathy so like no one kicks his ass. I don't know. Um, and of
there's
course,
even like there's even an environmental
aspect.
narrative in this movie too.
Yeah, and I
Eco
wasn't.
terrorists and stuff like that.
Well, I think that had to do with the fact that like they find some polyps on or only certain bodies, but who were they
Yeah,
belong to? Why did they have those things? Why were those graves the only ones that were destroyed?
it was never. Yeah, it
I
just. I
don't
guess it's. I
know.
guess that's your interpretation. I guess that was the whole point of it. Is like, was it Murray that did it? Was it the Chinese investors? Like,
The doctor, yeah,
or the doctor that he was?
yeah,
Yeah.
because
So
apparently like all the deaths were like had the same doctor or something like that. So just like what's going on? Why is this happening? And then they're
The
like,
movie will leave you in a
credits.
bit of a tizzy. Let's just say that. Yeah.
It's a very slow burn. It really is.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But I mean, it was interesting enough. I won't say that this is like Cronenberg's best work. He seems like he's just writing a big mess or just a bunch of ideas that he um, started out and just didn't finish. But from what I did read something in particular that I thought was interesting that might have helped this along was that apparently this was supposed to be a Netflix series,
Oh. Well,
but
that
at some point
makes some sense.
they dropped that, and it could be the fact that he just like condensed whatever he had written, I guess, for the series. Again, I'm speculating here.
Wow.
Into this one
That
movie
makes a
that
lot of
never got
sense.
finished. You know, if you're talking about like a few, like 2 episodes, this could be like 2 episodes going into it, and then of course he fleshes out those storylines
Yeah.
in a series. But like like for instance, if he like combined this 2 hour movie that were alleged probably supposed to be 1 hour shows episodes into one film, and then like, you know what, there's a movie, I'm not gonna finish it, so there there it goes under credits,
Yeah.
roll the credits already. You're just like, what?
Yeah, it could. There definitely. If this was a Netflix series, like there should have been some more episodes for the
Yeah,
season finale.
oh
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
because I'm like,
uh,
what happened to Grave Tech? Like that was a
yeah.
huge aspect of this movie that just started off and then it kind of just
Well, it's. I mean, it sounded like he won because the Hungarian dude, wanted to put it in Hungary. Like he said, the investor was like, "Yeah, go ahead and do it," or he really, yeah, I guess. But he never assuaged any of the fears of like of it being like this web or like or points for like espionage or like spying on people. Like
yeah.
he never relieved that fear from the people it was investing in, and like he never could answer like, because remember, like he would ask him like, oh, my husband has like questions on like whether or not, and he's just like, well, that could be part of it. It's like, but he's just like, yeah, okay, whatever, go ahead and come on over to Hungary. It's like, I don't know,
Yeah,
dude.
I don't know. Interesting concept, messy movie. um
Yeah, I would have loved to have seen more of, because there was even a part where he started talking to the blind woman, that he wanted to introduce like tactile stuff
mhm.
into the grave tech. That would have been interesting, like to be able to, like, I could easily see a scene where they're like feeling the body and stuff or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Would I don't know.
See, all that could have been an interesting thing to flesh out in a movie or series, whatever. um why not just shelve this and wait for someone to give you the opportunity to flesh this out, instead of giving us like a what seems like a completely incomplete film. um that's just my take on it. So it's unfortunate because I thought this was going to be like another real dark Cronenberg type of film, and it felt like it started off that way. I was just like, oh, I'm in for a treat,
Yeah,
and then oof, no treat here.
yeah.
Unfortunate.
I don't know.
I hope this isn't his last film, because that would be
I believe isn't he like he's in his 80s, isn't
well, we better start writing.
he? Well, I love Cronenberg. I love his movies. I have to say this. It sounds bad, but it kind of also felt, now when you said that it was like a possible Netflix, then that kind of kind of gives it more of a defensive position, like but this movie, the way it came across to me was that it's a very like almost octogenarian type man that got getting a bunch of news feed things. He's like, "Oh, we gotta put AI. We gotta put China." It's like spying and like all this. Like we gotta put it all
He's getting his
hacking, all
like
this. We gotta put this. This is what kids like.
this is like a 24-hour news feed where he's watching it like basically a mainstream media, and then like a CNN, a Fox News, ABC News, whatever, and then he's like seeing a bunch of like political commentary streamers on on
Yeah.
loop, and
Oh,
it's just 24/7, and he's just like, yeah,
yeah.
AI. China,
I need a
Russia.
Tesla. I need a Tesla in this movie now. You know what? I'm just glad it wasn't a damn Cybertruck, dude. That would have been
Yeah.
so stupid if they had imagine cars turning around. I can easily see that, dude.
I see enough of those on the road. I don't need to see it in my films. All
Yeah.
right, just stop. Or stop already with that.
It looks more like futuristic. I mean, I guess
No,
you
I mean,
could say like,
yeah.
oh,
I mean, Castle seems like a guy who probably would drive one. You know, like I could just see
yeah.
him. You know what? Because he like in his
Harsh
home
running
life, he
to
seems very
Karsh.
like he went very minimalist, Asian decor in his apartment. You know how he had like everything kind of set up and stuff like that.
It was
As
minimalist, but it's like my man literally had a koi pond around his bed.
yeah, but
You
that's
know
what
how
I'm
annoying
saying.
that would
Like,
be here, the fish sloshing around.
I mean, it might help you sleep.
Well,
Think
maybe.
about it. Oh, you're like just trying to sleep and all you hear whatever the fuck. You know? I don't know what these koi fish sound like when they're swimming around. Um, but I mean, he seems like he would. He seemed like a very slick person, and like the Cybertruck
Yeah.
looks slick, you know, but it's an ugly design. But he seems like a type of guy who would drive in one of those for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, he was taking advantage of the autopilot function, whatever. He's just like,
Oh, that was
take me to this
yeah.
place. And this,
Yeah, dude, I hated that. He's like I was like, oh, I was like, this Tesla's like, I don't know when this movie was written, but it's like, it doesn't need any more freaking advertisements, dude. It's like, my man, this isn't iRobot with Will Smith. Like, okay, like they're driving. He's like, so those cars, like, yes, they self navigate, but you kind of like, I don't know. It's just like he's like, navigate to Murray or whatever.
yeah. And it just like,
I was like, he just like puts his hands on.
I'm like,
Ugh,
my guy,
Karsh,
take the
Garsh, my
fucking.
Karsh.
Overall, I would say if you want to see the Shrouds, wait for streaming. I mean, to be honest with you, the only reason I saw it in the place that I did it was because I was the only theater showing it in the entire area
Yeah,
that I'm
you
in.
see.
So one
Now
theater.
it did win or had a nomination for the Palme d'Or, the Golden Palm. So I don't
Okay.
know,
Okay.
but
Maybe
hey,
do you think maybe they're just giving out awards to 80-year-old men who have a film catalog that's like very vast and highly regarded?
possibly like this movie. I don't know any other Golden Palm winners. I probably have seen a few, but
I mean,
it does seem
it's
like
the
this. It
equivalent
does
of
seem
like
like a
a
stuffy. It seems like stuffy enough movie that they would
it's
award it. You know what I mean? It
I
has that
mean,
vibe. It has that smell. It's that sniff of like Euro
yeah.
trash movie, kind of like that. They're like, let's go ahead and yeah, this is say magnifique. This is great.
Yeah.
It's like,
I mean, this is
yeah.
it's probably the equivalent of like an MTV Icon Award or a Lifetime Achievement Award on like
The Golden Palm? No.
um,
MTV musical.
Icon Award. Icon Award. I don't know if you remember those, Bryce. Like back in the day in MTV, they used to like they
This
gave
is
one
a
to like
Golden Palm, right? Not a
Metallica.
golden popcorn bucket.
They used to give them
Uh,
like these icon awards to like Metallica, where they just like praise their work and like people come out and like do a bunch of shit. I mean, regardless of like whatever
oh,
album they come out with, it's not necessarily
I thought you were talking about
like the
I thought you were talking
MTV.
about the MTV Movie
No, 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 no,
Awards.
no, no. It's like an icon award or like the Lifetime Nickelodeon award or some shit. I don't know, dude.
Yeah, the Nickelodeon's Kids Choice. Fucking Cronenberg got slimed and shit. They're just coming out like a walker. Like what? What's all this about?
He falls, slips, breaks his hip. You know, like
Although
oh
he
my.
likes body horror stuff, you know, he probably would like the slime on him, dude. He'd be like, oh.
Yeah, he's like opening his mouth. Oh
Yeah.
god. Anyways, like I said, I think you should wait to stream this movie. You same for you, Bryce, or like would you prefer them watching in the
Yeah,
theater?
I hate to say it because, like I said, I do like Cronenberg's movies, man. I don't know. You know, he's got the first one he came out was at Shivers was the first one he came out with, right? The very first
I
one.
don't remember
And he
his
had The
very first
Brood.
one.
The Brood was really good. Again, great filmography. It's just I don't know, man. I hate to like This is like a real Tony Todd situation, man. Like, please don't make this your last one. Like, do something else. You know what I
Well,
mean?
Tony Todd's coming out in the new movie. Not like that wasn't
Oh,
that
I heard that he.
Shroom wasn't his
Yeah.
last movie, thankfully. I mean, it
Okay.
could have been
Yeah.
the last.
Okay.
It
That's
could have been the
good.
last film he filmed, but it wasn't the last movie that's coming out with Tony Todd in it. Like, thank God, you know. Like,
Okay.
I hope this
Yeah,
isn't.
because
I hope this
on
next one isn't trash. But you know, like,
well, the latest, okay, because the latest issue of Rumor, they have as like a headline on there said the Tony Todd's like last film, and I was like, "You talking about that fucking Stream movie?" I was like,
no, no.
"No." Okay, well that's interesting. Okay, we'll see what that's about.
All right. Well, unfortunate for the Shrouds. But if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and make sure you turn on notifications. Check out any of our other reviews and or long form podcasts where we dive deep into older films like Kickboxer or Kickboxer 2 or Kickboxer 3 or Kickboxer 4 and soon to be released Kickboxer 5.
Oh, you still haven't? You still haven't?
I know I keep
Wow.
it's still in my last bit of edit to render and it'll be coming out soon. Mark Dacascos is begging me. He's been calling me on the phone. Release the goddamn
Oh, I know.
podcast
Yes.
already.
I already forgot what the fifth one subtitle is. This like Retribution or what's it called? Or I don't
I don't
know. I don't even
remember.
remember what it was called. Disruptor or
The
something? Or
Disruptor.
Kickboxer, Dr. Scholes or something like that. I
The
don't know, man.
Kickboxer, the Capoeira edition. I don't know, dude. But there's no kickboxing in this movie at all. Or in that movie. So, anyways, again, like, subscribe, follow, all that kind of stuff. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky. Everything else is trash. So, we'll see you next time. Oh, and comment below too. Goodbye.